What's going on, guilty guys and gals, and welcome back to Multiversus Speculation. Today I am doing Steven Universe and Garnet because, Cartoon Network, these characters are the ones I know the best. They've got a limited run to them, so unlike Scooby-Doo, they're not, like 80 years of content to look through. And they don't have so many versions of these superhero characters, like, oh boy, I've started looking through Superman's. There's so many. But Steven Universe might be our shortest video just because they're fairly reserved with costume changes. And when they are there, they're usually like one-offs. So yeah, let's just start. We'll be starting with Steven, and we will be starting with confirmed costume number 1 here, which is Steven's workout outfit. I should say, since the last video I did on this, I was able to actually see the leaks of these skins. This one I can say for sure, though, is in the game because it was in the first trailer. Although, for some reason, his shirt is orange. Maybe they just didn't look hard enough, or maybe that's a team color. I'm not really sure. But it's clearly red. And in the leaked art I've seen, it is also red. So I feel like it's going to be red when we get in the game. But we shall see. The first leaked skin for Steven is Steven Universe movie. It's this pink Letterman jacket with the blue shirt. This only appears in the movie as far as I can remember, and I have seen a render of it for the game, so I can say for sure this is in. So that's neat. It does confuse me somewhat, however, because Steven's future look, which is this one here with the black shirt, is very, very similar and is far more recognizable. And yet, we haven't seen that one at all yet. And I think part of the reason for that might be because of this third one, which has been apparently leaked, but I have not seen it, which is Pink Steven from Future, which actually makes a lot of sense. Pink Steven's a pretty big part of Steven Universe Future, so I guess it makes sense it would go along with his, Steven Universe Future look. But it's so similar to the movie look, I just find it strange. Anyway, that's it for those. Oh no, there's one more. I always forget about this one because it feels like it shouldn't be in the game, but it is, and it is Tiger Millionaire, which is from an episode where Steven and Amethyst join a wrestling ring. I think there's actually like a follow-up to that episode, so it's actually 2 episodes. Anyways, this I have seen, and it is very, very silly looking. But I guess it makes sense. It does add some credence to like one-off episodes can be costumes, so that's good for me. The first ones I want to talk about for complete speculation here are Steven Universe's like suits. Because I do think like pretty much every character here has had some sort of formal wear outfit at some point. So I wanted to, bring it up first, get it out of the way. There are 2 possible suits to choose from. The first one here is from the musical episode. I don't actually remember what it's called. Maybe it's just called Empire City? I don't remember. But it's the one where Pearl sings It's Over, Isn't It? And that song is so important. I could see it being referenced with this suit. But there is another suit from Steven Universe, the movie, which is this wild pink suit. You probably wouldn't have like the big arrangement at the back here, right? But the pink suit with the pink top hat, I could definitely see that being one of Steven's skins. One of these 2, or both, I guess. It could be both, but you never know. I will say, there is evidence that they can do the same skin twice if it's a specific reference for one, because Tom and Jerry has a detective skin, and they also have a Sherlock Holmes skin. So it's like, maybe both. Next up here is the Pink Diamond outfit, and I think this is a very likely one. I'm surprised we haven't seen it yet, honestly, like in promotional material or something. But this was from the latter half of season 5, the end of the show, and it's like, it's Pink Diamond's outfit. So, here we are. Before we go into crazy alternates, because I know we started with alternates last time, but Steven's are a little bit more confusing. I want to talk about this pair of outfits here. This one on the right, which is the pink dress shirt, comes from Steven's birthday, I think. Like his second birthday in the show, because his first one is where he gets really old. But I don't think that would be a skin. But this one is a fairly generic look, but it is sort of a dressy-ish look, and it is his birthday, which is a pretty decent episode because it does show that Steven can grow and change, and it also basically soft pilots the Steven Universe future design for Steven, so, you know, I could see it, possibly, but you never know. This second one here, though, this one I could definitely see being in the game, and this is from the string of episodes, I think in Season 4, where Steven and Connie are fighting, and so Steven goes to this party and asks for this dude on the right's Kevin's advice, and Kevin's an asshole, so of course he tells Steven to act cool and pretend you don't even care. And then, of course, it backfires. But it is a very funny look, and I'd be surprised if it wasn't in the game. Okay, now we can talk about Steven's confusing alternates. Let's go for the ones that would make sense first. With the first one being Watermelon Steven. It is a little weird because Steven does have Watermelon Steven as one of his moves, but that means they already have the texture, so... I would be kind of surprised if Watermelon Steven wasn't referenced at all, especially this particular one with the star and the crown, because Steven does take over its, like, mind during one of the episodes, and it's sort of the perfect design to use for it. And look, you can see in this picture that the Watermelon Stevens even have their own special shields, so that could be a fun little thing to do. The other one is Cactus Steven, which is from Steven Universe Future. Steven has the ability to bring plants to life. If you didn't know that, that's why these exist. If they're going to do Watermelon Steven and record voice lines for it, Cactus Steven's voice lines would be the same. So it's basically one of those alternative and alternate things. It just kind of makes sense if they're going to do one, to do the other eventually. But here comes the weird ones. That would be Rose Quartz, Stevani, and Pink Diamond. Notably, all of these characters... twice the size of Steven. So I don't think it'd be possible for them to be skins, but they're really the only alternate Stevens, quote unquote, you could really use, like, for premium skins, unless it's just going to be Watermelon Steven and Cactus Steven. Like, all the other ones are just the same, they could be the same voice lines as regular Steven. I suppose you could add a few other ones here, like Chad Steven from Future. I don't know. I don't know. They could maybe do it, maybe as like a totally separate thing. Like they could add Chad Steven as his own selectable character or something. But unless like Stevani or someone who's taller gets into the game, I don't think these can be skins unless they're literally just Steven wearing their costume, which I suppose could happen, but it doesn't seem all that likely to me because I feel like they want to keep the possibility open for any character to join the game. So when it comes to Rose Quartz and Stevani in particular, probably not Pink Diamond, but in one of those two, there is the possibility that they could come later, especially Stevani. I think Rose would be a skin for Stevani, honestly, but I thought I'd bring them up here because we don't have any of them confirmed for the game, and there is a possibility they could be skins for Steven, but I don't know. Okay, there was one thing I forgot to talk about with Steven, which I realized at the very end of the video, and you're going to be able to see that in real time. It's crazy. But I forgot to talk about the Steven tag shape-shifting forms. I personally don't think these really make sense because they're actually not Steven. They're Garnet, Amethyst, and Pearl shapeshifted to look like Steven, but I could see them referencing it, so I thought I'd bring it up, and I almost forgot to. Okay. And that kind of gets us out of the alternates zone. Although I guess you could count this as an alternate, so I'll bring it up now, which is Save the Light, or this chibi version of Steven. Save the Light's a video game based on Steven Universe, sort of. And in it, all the characters have this chibi art style. And it shows up in the show from now and again as well, when they're like really zoomed out or something. So it would be a decent reference to make. And it'd be very easy, so I would not be surprised. Okay, now we're going to go into more obscure, quote-unquote, references. Just ones that feel a little bit less strong than those other ones that we've talked about already, but not quite the crazy obscure ones yet. So we'll start with Steven's sort of cold weather outfits. We've got the pink jacket here. There's also a blue variant of this jacket. It's basically the exact same thing, but blue. I don't know. And then this sort of winter Christmassy sweater. I said before in the last video, if you didn't catch it, the voice line leaks talk about holidays a lot, and given this is a free-to-play game, if these skins are being released for events, it would make sense if there was a holiday event that there might be Christmas-themed skins for characters, and this would make a lot of sense for Steven's. But the other winter jacket is sort of the more generic version, the one that they use more often, so I could see that coming into the game as well. I don't know. Next up, this is from the Human Zoo, which if you've never watched Steven Universe must be very shocking to hear. But yes, this is like the Human Zoo outfit with the earring. I would be surprised if we don't see this one because it's probably one of the more iconic different looks for Steven, I guess, like totally different. And it also references a pretty big plot point, so this one seems pretty strong to me. Next up, we've just got Steven in his pajamas. I mean, these are like the easiest skins to just think up really quick, at least for these cartoon characters. Pajamas is just in the game. So yeah, I don't know. There is a version of Steven in his pajamas in Future, which is basically just with a yellow shirt. I don't think we'll see that one. I think we'd probably see these striped pajamas that make him look like an Earthbound character. Next up, I have Cheeseburger Backpack. I am very surprised that we have not seen Cheeseburger Backpack at all, because it was such a big thing. They even made like memes about it. They had like hot dog side bag or whatever. That is it for just decently well-referenced costumes. The rest of these are all obscure one-offs or just memes, so buckle in. The first one we've got is Farmer Steven. This is from the episode The Watermelon Stevens Come From, so it's at least a little bit significant, and it is pretty funny looking. Next up we have Bald Steven. This was from a one-off joke in an episode where Steven is trying to cheer Connie up, and Connie isn't even paying attention to him, so he has to go like, "Connie, I'm bald!" and rip the little bald cap off of his head. It's pretty funny. I feel like it's got some staying power in terms of being a meme. So, also there's the whole Steven after not surviving thing, which uses stills from this episode. So, if you don't know about that, you don't need to. It's fine. Next is Future Boy Zoltron, which is an episode where Steven gets forced to pretend to be this fortune-telling machine, which is a little weird, but it is a unique outfit, and it's kind of something, I guess. Next one we've got up is the concert outfit. I do not remember what the song is called, but Sadie is nervous about singing a song, so Steven does it for her, essentially. And it's like this turquoise dress. It is a very different look, so I could see it potentially popping up, but it is also a one-off, so you never know. Speaking of one-offs, it's Peter Pizzapopoulos. This is a one-off joke in an episode where Steven and Connie are doing a stakeout. And they find disguises to wear. I just think it was funny. They might end up putting it in the game. I don't know. But yeah. Going back to extreme one-offs, we have... what would I even call this? Time Traveler Steven? I don't know. But in the time travel episode, Steven Prime, I guess, like the Steven who actually time traveled, goes and recruits 3 more versions of himself so they can play in a band, and then he gets really, like, how should I put this? Obsessive over it, and of course it's one of those generic clone episodes where all the clones turn on each other, and in the end Steven disintegrates. The Steven we've been following throughout the episode disintegrates. Anyway, this is Steven, but with like the... what's it called? Not mullet. It's like the opposite of a mullet. But you know what I mean. This like wacky hairstyle. I could see this one being in the game just because it's so easy, you know? And then finally, the pièce de résistance of Steven Universe costumes. Sneeple, Steven. And this is even funnier because you'd have to put his arm out of those little, where those little flaps are. You'd have to have his arms come out there. And there is this one-off joke that I think is still goes pretty strong as a meme about this show, where Steven's like, I guess I'm just too tough to cry. And Pearl says, Steven, you were crying this morning about snakes. And he says, but they don't have any arms. So this is from a different episode, I believe, where he dresses up as a snake person. But now he could give the snake arms and complete the meme circle. It's so perfect. I've connected them. There's 2 dots. He didn't connect shit. I've connected them. But yeah, that's the end of Steven's costumes. We can move on to Garnet now. Alright. Garnet has even less costumes than Steven because the gems don't wear clothes. I mean, not usually, anyway. We're going to be covering all of Garnet's reformations, as in all of her basic designs, and then a few potential random pulls from episodes, and that's pretty much it. So we're going to start with the confirmed ones, which is more than usual, actually, which is Cotton Candy Garnet here. Called that because of the way she looks. This one is confirmed. It is on the website. You can see a render of it, which I'm putting on the screen right now. So yeah, Cotton Candy Garnet is in the game. We've even seen it in action in that same video I referenced last time from this channel. So yeah, it's very well documented. Probably the most well documented of any of the skins, other than the ones we can play as. There is one variant, though, from the movie where Steven actually gives Garnet his, jacket. So, there you go. That's an easy one to throw in there. Why not? The other one we've seen so far is her, I'm just going to call it Rose Quartz era. Her design from back when, in flashbacks, which is this sort of simplified version of her design. It's not too different, but we have seen it in the game already, so it's definitely in there. Okay, now I'm just going to go chronologically through all of her designs, starting with this one from not a straight-up flashback, but sort of an imagined flashback, which is Garnet in this, classical explorer-y vibe outfit here. Garnet has very few costumes to pull from, so I would be surprised if this doesn't show up. Pretty much all of these are almost locks, just for the fact Garnet doesn't have very many costumes. Next up, we have her pilot design, which does actually get referenced in the show when Garnet reforms. So it is possible it could show up. It's probably the least likely of all of her, actual forms. But I'd kind of like it. I'd like to see it in the game. Sure. Next up, we have Garnet's Season 1 look. Just sort of the generic Garnet look. One I'm surprised we haven't seen yet is her future design, which looks sort of like her current one now, except with the star glasses, and also the red and blue sort of, what would you call that, a waistcoat? to reference, I mean, I guess Garnet poofs in the game, so it's not actually, I don't have to worry about spoilers. Ruby and Sapphire. But yeah, and now we're already into one-off appearances. That's pretty much it. Oh, there's one other one that's very strong, and that's her wedding look. That one was a very important episode in the show. Very largely marketed. I would be extremely surprised if there wasn't this wedding dress version. I guess it's a wedding dress / suit version, which makes sense. I'd be very surprised if it wasn't in there. Alright, now we're into just one-off episodes. And I'm going to start with Garnet but Human. This one's very strange, but it's from a dream sequence, I believe. Steven having a dream sequence where he's basically in a stereotypical 50s sitcom. Well, maybe not 50s, but you know what I mean. 70s sitcom, we'll say. And yeah, it's just Garnet but human, I guess. We're already grasping at straws here. We have Garnet's version of the suit from the Steven Universe movie opening. It's fine. It's just Steven's already got it, assumedly. Garnet already has a dress sort of outfit with the wedding dress. I don't know, maybe they could do it. It's whatever. We've got her training outfit from a weird side episode. I can't remember, it's called Garnet's Universe, right? Where we just follow Garnet in like this dream sequence. I don't know. It's a look. Next up, we have Garnet wearing Steven's birthday outfit, which I think is very, very good. I don't think Steven will actually end up getting this as a costume, but he could. Just because when he wears it, it's an episode where he gets older, and that runs into the problem of him being too tall again. But with Garnet wearing it, you don't have that problem, and Garnet needs more skins, so here we are. We've got Save the Light, which I referenced with Steven. Garnet's is a little bit less interesting because you can't see her eyes, so it's harder to tell it's chibi. I don't know, maybe. And now we're into really like stretches here. We've got this flashback design, which is from a artistically done flashback, where we just have silhouettes of people with colors, right? Now this is Garnet's design, like her modern design, but with her cotton candy color scheme, which I think is interesting because that obviously doesn't appear in the show. It's only there because of the flashback. We don't know about cotton candy, we don't know about cotton candy Garnet yet, but they're referencing it here. So it's like a weird combination of two, and I could see them maybe actually doing it. You know, like maybe actually making this a thing. It's technically not, but I thought I'd bring it up because it is kind of unique here. We've got Garnet's Future Edition, but with like a hat and a little tie. This is from, I think, Future when she's trying to teach a lesson about something. I don't remember exactly what, but that's what it is. It's sort of a reference to like the one episode where Ruby sings a song called Ruby Rider, and it's like a cowboy thing. Cowboys, you know? I feel like it could be that. And then finally I have Greg's wardrobe. It's possible that Steven could have a outfit referencing Greg, which actually would make sense, except, you know, his future outfit already has Greg's shirt, so the only thing you could really add is like the brown coat. That's pretty much it. But apparently Garnet wears two articles of Greg's old clothing, his golfing pants and this like leather jacket. So I just combined them into one, and I think that'd be a pretty funny outfit. One last little addition for this skins video. I already had one, but here's another. Ruby and Sapphire for Garnet. We could have a Ruby skin or a Sapphire skin. Like just Garnet wearing their outfits and in their colors. The reason why I don't think this is very likely is because there are already red team and blue team colors for all of Garnet's costumes, so it'd be kind of redundant, but you never know. Yeah, I don't know. I was kind of stretching for Garnet costumes. I'm sure there are more like one-off things, but they're not like full costumes. Like I know for a fact she has one where she's wearing a scuba mask for swimming in lava, I believe, but like that's just a scuba mask. I don't know if that really is something they go for, because like, you know, it appears for 2 seconds and it's just the mask over, it's nothing else. I don't know. It's hard to say, but yeah, I think that's it. I don't really have anything else to talk about, so that's them. I hope you enjoyed. Next up, I'm doing Superman. Superman gets his own video. I was going to do Superman and Wonder Woman together, but oh my god, there are way too many Superman costumes. So Superman's going to get his own video, and I hope you'll look forward to it. If you enjoyed, leave a like. If you want to keep seeing more, then maybe subscribe. It'd be helpful to me. And leave a comment if I forgot any. I'm sure I have, especially with Garnet, just because it's hard to find images of, because I search up Garnet outfits and it, you know, it shows all her designs. I know what her reformations look like, but oh well. So yeah, I'm sure you can tell me some in the comments. I'm gonna have to go back and add that. Okay, well, thanks for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.